Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the very long ayah that we recited last time about, let the women put their garments on from their head and put it on. Now this is the other part of this ayah. It says, and not expose their adornment except to their husbands, their fathers, their husband's father means their father-in-law, their sons, their husband's sons means stepsons, their brothers, their brother's son, their sister, that means nephews, their sister's sons, their nephews, their women, that which their right hands possesses, and those male attendants having no physical desired children, that means the children that they did not reach the puberty, who are not yet aware of the private aspects of women. So now, from this ayah, can you tell me, can we go ahead and recap? Who are the people that you can show your hair for, or your private, like not only just your hair, but you can also show them your arm, your feet. Now here's the aura for the women outside, like with a very close family. The aura, the aura is from here, from under the chest right here, all the way to the knees. Okay, so you can show, for example, your shoulder or your arms or your feet from bottom. It's okay, you know. So who are those people that you can show themselves? Can you tell me from the ayah? What can you tell? Your husband, right? By the way, the ones online also can participate. Let's see what they're writing. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Jabaria. Okay, from the ayah, can you tell me Shelly? Can you tell me Jabaria or Zainab? So one person said from their husband. Can you look at the screen and tell me what are those people that you can take your hijab off from? Your sons, right? Your nephews, that's right. Sister Shelly saying fathers, correct? Right? Son and nephew, Sister Danielle. Very good. Father-in-law, sister's son, that's also, yeah. Right? And children who did not reach the puberty, like around 10, 11 years old, right? Okay, mashallah, very good. So here is the circle that I made this circle over here. I made those. So here's me. I'm right here, right? So the one who can see everything about my body is my spouse, my husband. Okay. Now the second and the third circle is people that they can see some part of my bodies, like my hair, my arms, my feet. Okay, and there are son, brother, father, stepson, as I said, grandfather, uncles, grandson, nephews, and and father-in-law, right? Anybody else outside the third circle, like my boss, my friend, my cousins. A lot of people, they think my cousin, he's like my brother. I'm not gonna get married to him, so I can show him my hair. No. By the way, my dad and my mom, they're Christians, they're first cousins because that's a culture in Jordan. Yeah. And they're Christians too, right? Yeah. So it's a cultural thing. Yeah, in America it's not common to have cousins marrying each other, but you go outside of America and you go to Africa or to the Middle East, that's a cultural thing. They marry from each other. Although the Prophet ﷺ, he actually recommended that you make the nas and sab, the lineages, to be far away from each other. The more there, subhanallah, that's the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the wisdom of the Prophet ﷺ. Although he did not explain why, but now we know why. Now the technology is telling us like marrying so much like close relatives is not good because of all the genetic, they can get all the diseases and illnesses. SubhanAllah. And the Prophet ﷺ, he actually recommended not to. But that doesn't mean that you can't. I mean, it's not recommended, but you can do it. So the cousins, you're not supposed to be showing your hair or your hands or your arms to your cousins. They're not your brothers. They're considered strangers. And by the way, even if those cousins were actually lived together and they raised together, after the 10, 12 years old, they should be separated. And the girl is not supposed to be showing her hair to her cousin. Khalas. That's it. Okay. Inshallah. So your cousins, your boss, your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors, and so on, right?